अब आगे बढ़ते हैं बात तमिलनाडु की, जहां पर तमिलनाडु सरकार और केंद्र सरकार के बीच कई मुद्दों को लेकर टकराव चल रहा है और ये टकराव किसी से छुपा नहीं है। अब तमिलनाडु के वित्त मंत्री पलानीवेल त्यागराजन मिरर राव से एक्सक्लूसिव बातचीत की है और इसके दौरान उन्होंने सेंटर पर अटैक किया है। केंद्र राज्य संबंधों पर बोलते हुए त्यागराजन ने कहा है कि संविधान के अनुसार केंद्र और राज्य सरकार दोनों समान है, लेकिन केंद्र अब बड़े भाई की भूमिका निभा रहा है और सभी शक्तियों को हथियाने की कोशिश कर रहा है।
Even in the constitution they wrote India is a union of states and that the two levels of government are parallel, not one above and below the other. But in effect a lot of the powers were left with the union and much less to the states compared to anybody, compared to China, compared to Switzerland, compared to Germany, compared to America, compared to any country, even compared to Pakistan actually. And it got more so during the emergency when the 42nd Amendment was passed, moving a bunch of things from the state list to the concurrent list. And then it has become much, much more so in the last 8 years with the union government effectively, both constitutionally and extra-constitutionally in many ways, grabbing power from the states. This is in direct contrast, 180 degrees opposite, night and day, black and white opposite to the views expressed by now Honorable Prime Minister Shri Modi when he was Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat. I think there are politics in other ways, in the way they appoint governors and the way they do things. Of course, the allocations are based on mathematical formulae and using the Finance Commission's recommendation. So I don't want to inject politics into that. I will ask a fundamental question. If all states' rights are being eaten away, are being captured, are being forced taken, how is it that only the non-BJP states are protesting it? What has happened to the BJP state chief ministers and administrations? Have they sacrificed the interests of their people and their states at the altar of party loyalty? That's really the question. And the answer is very obviously yes. I mean, the same issues that affect me should affect Karnataka, should affect Gujarat, should affect UP, should affect Bihar. Why is it those people are not fighting when their rights are being taken away?
मिरनाव से एक्सक्लूसिव बातचीत के दौरान राज्य के वित्त मंत्री ने मोदी सरकार की देश में बढ़ते ईंधन के दामों पर भी आलोचना की। वित्त मंत्री ने कहा कि केंद्र के कहने से पहले ही राज्य ने ईंधन की कीमतों पर कर में कटौती कर दी थी।
First of all, Tamil Nadu cut the prices before the union government did. When he says Tamil Nadu didn't cut, what does that mean? Cut the taxes. Second, now the highest charging state in India is Madhya Pradesh. Who rules Madhya Pradesh? BJP, right? How come he didn't notice that BJP had not cut? Third, nowhere in the constitution does it say just because the union cuts, the state should cut. There's not one synchronized policy, right? It's supposed to be each elected government does what's right in its understanding. Fourth, the union government under the same prime minister raised the petrol and diesel excise and then cess and surcharge threefold and tenfold. At that time, even our predecessors, the ADMK, who were in office for 7 years before us when the overlap with the BJP government, only raised it about 50 or 60%. How is it fair that when you raise it 10 times, you don't call us, you don't ask us, you don't synchronize with us, you don't take an input, you don't take anything? Our predecessors only raised it half or, two-thirds. Then when you cut, who made you the arbitrator of all that is good and fair that we have to cut just because you cut?